That's it. All we get is a countdown. That's amazing.
What happened to all the lightning? And
I know. Where's all
It's
the
so
fanciness,
relaxing.
man? This is what happens.
Well,
you know what?
that's
This is
because
actually, Ken, I was going to say this is kind of a breaking news thing. And there you go. Exactly. A breaking news.
Wow. Is that like, that's like the Flagstaff, Arizona
exactly
breaking news.
1978.
That's what I was going for. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Anyways, how's everybody doing tonight?
If you live in Flagstaff, Arizona, my apologies. I did not mean to disparage.
Oh my gosh. City. All right. Well, listen, besides all the tomfoolery, thank you guys for joining us tonight for a very special breaking news edition of 4C Comics Live on a Friday night at 10 o'clock. This is not a usual time. We are joined by
Shalom, everyone.
Yeah, the incredible Bill Morrison is here, joining Annika and the king himself, Ken Carson, for this. You guys are going to love this. This is huge. It's so huge that Bill was joining us for this. What we're going to tell you guys is we're having a really great opportunity tonight. I'm going to let Ken tell you. I'm not going to tell you, but I wanted to build. I cannot build this up enough. How big this is. Bacon wanted to be here. Unfortunately, he couldn't. Mike could not be here also, Beckerman. So it's just going to be the four of us. And then we are also going to give you guys a special list of a lot of the artists who are going to be joining us next year. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But without any further ado, Ken, tell them why we're here.
Well, I just want to, first of all, thank Bill Morrison for making this happen. Because the opportunity that we're going to put in front of you guys, which is going to happen on, I think, January 20-something. We're going to get it in before, December, because we want to get it in before the end of the year so that we can make, we want to get to $6,000 is our goal, to get the $25,000 donated to the National Cartoonist Society Foundation. So we had to bring out the big guns because only one guy got the over $6,000 this year, and that was Sergio. So we needed to really go after somebody big. So Bill stepped up to the plate, and we are going to have an opportunity with the infamous Matt Groening. Okay,
that's right.
But it's going to be something different. It's not going to be like other things that we've had in the past. Matt won't be on the show. Okay, I mean, in order to get him to donate anything of his time to do this, we trimmed it. It's a lean piece of meat. Okay, there is no fat on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to send Matt comic books, and he's going to sign comic books. He's also going to remark some of the comic books. And the great news about that is these can all be CGC, because if they go from me to Matt and Matt to me, that's how it works.
That's the chain of custody. So so these will have that wonderful CGC. On all the books that we picked out were our top level. Go ahead, Annika. You have your hand raised.
I say, what if you want a Bill Morrison and a Matt remark?
Well, I'll explain that, but there's going to be pricing tiers. Okay, we're obviously not going to give these away. We're trying to get to a number goal. Okay, so we're going to do it like a bidding process. It's not going to be the normal claims that we usually do. So we're going to start it at a minimum bid. And then at incremental levels in that bid, it can go from signed by just Matt Groening to something signed by and remarked by Bill Morrison, to the highest level being signed and remarked by Bill Morrison and Matt Groening. Okay, so that's how it's going to be. So I'm going to show some of the books, though. All right.
Tell them about Jason as well.
Oh, yeah, Jason will be here, and Jason is actually going to look at the comic books as I put them up. And he's going to give you he's going to tell you what the grade's going to be. He can pre-screen the books.
Right. So these books.
So he can look at the book and say, this book is going to be a 9.6. All right. So Captured is going to be in the house.
Yes.
Helping us out doing that.
That's providing Matt doesn't spill his coffee on the book.
Or rub his elbow on it, or
that's actually more money. That's you get some Matt Groening coffee on there. It's good.
Some DNA.
Yeah. You get a Matt Groening coffee ring? Yeah. They actually put that in the CGC label, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah, the coffee ring. Mm-hmm, sure. Yeah.
Matt Groening coffee ring.
Mm-hmm. So for instance, guys, so if you get so say this book right here, and I think this is the only one of these you have, isn't it, Ken?
This is the only one I have. one radioactive. I do. You can ask Bill. I have been scouring this planet for Simpsons books,
Mm-hmm.
and I was able to come across. So I picked out one of the best radioactive men #1s that I had. And this is a rare book. This is one of the rarest Bongo books there is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of the most highly sought after. So I have one of those. I have 2 of these, I think.
Ooh.
Bartman
That's
#1
pretty.
with the silver ink.
with the silver
Mhm.
ink. I have. I might have. I think I have more of these, but I have the Simpsons Comic and Stories,
That's
which
amazing.
is actually the book that came out prior to Bongo Comics.
Right. So what I was,
Um,
those are some great books, Ken. And I was thinking, for those people who are nice enough to grace us with their presence tonight,
Mm-hmm.
Like me.
unless you're on the air with us,
Oh,
which means you're excluded. What if we went ahead and we started the auction for one of these right now?
I'll think about it. What do you think? How many people are watching? So 33 people. All right. So you know what? Let's pick a book out. What do you think? I'll let Morrison pick a book out. What book would you like to auction off there, Bill?
I'd like to auction Simpsons Comics #1.
Who said I had any of those?
oh.
Are you saying you don't have any of those?
I'd be surprised if anybody else had one of those with how many of these Ken has been getting. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna start this off, and it's gonna be a nice little bid in the chat. So hold your horses, guys. So we're gonna start it off. We're gonna start it off at $200. Once again, hold your horses, guys. And that's where we're gonna start the bidding. And I got to tell you, as the bidding goes up, every time it reaches sort of a round milestone, we're gonna add a little more to it. So we're gonna start off with just a Matt autograph on this, and we're gonna start off at $200. And if you guys would like to claim this book, and we can even, like I said, CGC it for you. We'll put your name on it.
Jason's not here, but that looks like a 9.8 to me.
This is actually a very, very clean book. I can take it out of the bag and show you guys.
So if anybody wants to start off, feel free. Once again, we know that you guys thought we were just making an announcement. But it's kind of a big thing. But we understand that people weren't ready for this maybe. But if you wanted to get a Simpsons #1 signed by Matt, you can claim it in the claims. Now, I know there's only 32 of you out there. So if nobody claims it, nobody gets it. If one person gets it, well, I think you're going to get a deal.
Ah, damn.
Jason Williams.
I didn't even get in there, Jason.
Jason Williams. Oh, and there we go. And now the bidding has started. Excellent. Andrew's got the lead right now at 210. That's wonderful, guys. We're just gonna let this roll.
We're gonna let this auction go.
We're gonna let this go for a little while because I'm gonna make.
Let's tell them the tiers because then people might jump to the tiers.
Well, if you want to make them jump the tiers, that's probably a good idea because I'm gonna tell you guys if it gets to $300, I'm gonna volunteer Bill to do this. He has no say in this, but I'm gonna let him sign the book and remark it for you. If it gets to $300, you'll get it signed by Matt, and it's going to have a remark and an autograph by Mr. Bill Morrison, and he actually drew that cover, by the way. And I'm pretty sure all of the interiors for that book
and the back cover.
So if somebody wanted to jump to, look at that, Annika. I don't think you can do that.
Why am I watching on Facebook?
And we'll also volunteer.
I've had multiple wines.
You can pick the character you want him to remark on too.
Ignore Annika's claim. I'm sorry, she is unable to get that claim. Ignore that claim. Fred, I see what you did there. Fred. Very nice.
What did Fred do?
I mean, it was a real bid, guys. I was really gonna bid it.
Matt Groding so you're ready to go to the next level, Matt. Well, we haven't even reached the 300 level yet, and you're already wanting to know how much. Well, so if you wanted this book, Simpsons #1, in very, very good condition, to be signed by Matt, to be signed by Bill, remarked by Bill, and remarked by Matt, not Mar. Then that is gonna $500 is where that is. So if somebody wanted to throw that out there, that's what it takes to get a Simpsons #1 signed with 2 remarks from the 2 guys, the Bongos. So I like to call them. I've never called them before, but it sounds good now. The Bongo Brothers.
The Bongo Boys.
The Bongo Boys. But we're still at only $210, which still gets you.
Could I talk about the foundation for a minute?
Absolutely.
That's what we're raising money for.
By the way, Dustin Whitney just put a $500 bid in.
Whoa!
I just wanted to point that out there. Please talk about the foundation, Bill. What does all this money go towards?
Yeah, so the NCS Foundation was set up because we, in the National Cartoon Society, years ago, we got an endowment from one of our members who passed on, and he left us a lot of money. So we thought, we've got to do something good with this money. So we set up this foundation, and we already had this kind of little side thing called the Milk Gross Fund, which was a lot like the Hero Initiative, if you know what that is. So it was a fund that was set aside. The NCS kind of administered it, but it was like kind of its own thing. And it was there to help cartoonists who needed help, who didn't have insurance, who needed help paying medical bills, just putting food on the table, whatever. It was there to help cartoonists, comic artists, people who were in the industry who needed help. Once we started the foundation, we folded the Milk Gross Fund into this endowment that we had that allowed us to start the foundation. So what we do is we do a lot of what the Hero Initiative does, and we've actually partnered with them. We're not in any kind of competition with them. We help them out. They help us out. But we also fund hospital visits for terminally ill children, like kids at St. Jude, not just terminally ill, but kids who are undergoing cancer treatment or whatever. Shriners Hospital, St. Jude, all of our local chapters will do visits with their members all across the country to local children's hospitals. And we provide stuff for the kids. We provide coloring books and drawing implements so that they can draw along with the cartoonists. We also have educational grants. So we help out young budding cartoonists who are just going to school and struggling. So we do a lot of great educational stuff, and also public outreach, just to things like group signings in a city where we not only help our members, but just sort of educate the general populace about what cartooning is and what cartoonists do, and just let people know that you've got people in your city who do these amazing things, who do popular comic books or newspaper comic strips or whatever. Cool. So the foundation does a lot of great work. And 4C has, basically donated one of their programs per month to the foundation and raising money for us. So everything, when we do these monthly shows, and we have one of the cartoonists that we brought to draw for the foundation, you're not only getting a great piece of artwork from one of these talented cartoonists and comic artists, but you're also helping to educate, you're helping sick kids, you're helping indigent and sick cartoonists. You're doing a whole lot of good work. So you're getting like double bang for your buck.
Absolutely. No, it's such a great, that's like I said, we were so honored that you guys let us be a part of this, and it was yours, it's such a great thing. And we're looking for a way to give back. And, we've been from the beginning. And when you came up with this idea and we passed it on, and it was like a marriage made in heaven. And listen, on that note, guys, while we're doing the bidding right now, in case anybody came late, he has a banner up there. The bidding is at $550 right now by Dustin Whitney. We have a Simpsons #1. It's going to be signed by Bill Morrison, remarked by Bill Morrison, signed and remarked by Matt Grading. You can even pick the character. We're going to let you guys pick the character that Matt draws. And Annika, yes,
he might even personalize it.
I have to say, Matt will usually only do the main family members.
Right.
Yes.
So because he is not really drawn,
right?
The secondary characters. He's only he's not used to drawing those characters. So
Right.
if
So-
you do have a request for Matt for a remark, make it
Homer, Bart, Marge, right?
Maggie, Lisa. Yeah,
Mhm.
he might be able to pull out a Grandpa or a Krusty.
Yes. Oh yeah, and because you guys, well, right now the bid is at $5.50. Sorry if you're on one or the other, Facebook or YouTube, you do not know where it's at right now.
I'm going to start a 5-minute clock.
Okay, I'll tell you how bad the lag is. So once you start it, and I'll.
Hey,
Started.
and I will also, like, for extra money, I will do my remark sober.
And Bill will actually draw any character that you
I'll
would
draw
like.
anybody.
He'll draw anybody.
I'll even put a Family Guy character on it. If you want.
Sure. Yeah, listen, Little Mermaid belongs on that cover. I think that's what you should do. Perfect. But listen, while you guys are here, yes, Annika, I'm sorry, we keep ignoring your hand being raised.
I just want to say that my bidding, guys, was real. Ken said, because it's not a claiming thing, that I could also bid. So my bidding was real. I really was going after this as well, and I will.
She was not
continue to
just
go
driving
after
the price up. She really does want this.
it. I will be there.
Yeah, listen.
All next show.
She
Doing the
wants
same thing until I win one.
Mhm. But what I wanted to say is, since you guys are all here and you're watching, and everybody wants to see where this ends, and I wanted to point out that Bill was nice enough to get us a few other artists for the National Cartoonist Society for next year. So many so that I don't know if we're either booked for the whole year, or we may have to do multiple shows or have multiple
Or
guys.
double
On.
up.
I don't know how we're gonna do this. And if it's all
Yeah,
right,
we've got 15 artists already, and
Right.
there's still several that haven't gotten back to me that I am pretty sure will at some point.
yeah. So I'm gonna read off a couple of the names. I'm gonna leave yes, Annika.
Sorry, can we get a time check for the bidders?
We are at a minute 40.
Minute 40.
If anybody wants to see an example,
That's kind of what a Matt Groding remark. There you go. Looks like on the mhm.
This is a CBCS 9.8.
So
3 minutes.
while we're waiting, and I'll give you guys a 60-second. I'll give you guys a 60-second like before it ends. Okay, I'm not gonna.
If you're
let
on
this
YouTube,
run
it's a
up on you.
10-second
We are still at $550 for anybody who wants a book. But let me just read off a few of these names of the people who are going to join us for the National Cartoonist Society. So these wonderful people are friends of Bill's, and we had been pulling a lot from the cartoonist family, and Bill was like, I got friends who draw comics that aren't just cartoonists. Let me ask them. Maybe they want to donate their time. So the wonderful Steve Lee Aloha, who was sitting next to us at San Diego Comic-Con, he's going to do a charity show. The Barry Kitson, who's he's an incredible artist. He's done almost everything that you can imagine for DC or Marvel. He's going to do a show. I don't know how we have to work out the hours on that because he's across the pond, but we'll figure it out. We're going to make it work.
Yeah, I talked to Barry, and we figured if we do an afternoon, like a Saturday afternoon show,
sure,
it'll still be like early evening for him.
Yeah,
so it's definitely doable.
Yeah. So we've got Mark Wheatley is going to do a show. Pat Broderick is going to do a show. Let's see. Ray Alma is going to do a show. There's this guy named Dan Jurgens. I think he drew the Death of Superman something. I don't know. He's going to do
that sounds familiar, but
a show.
could be
Bob
anyone.
McLeod, who it's a pretty big artist in his own right. Incredible inker. He's going to do a show. There's so many names on here. I'm just gonna let's see. Let me just run through. Anybody heard of Matt Wagner? He's done a couple things. Maybe heard of Grendel. He's gonna do a charity show. Let's see. How about if you guys fans of if you fans of like when Batman broke his back, Night Falls, a guy did all those covers. And his name's Kelly Jones, and he is gonna do a charity for us. These guys, it's amazing the names of people that Bill knows that are this nice to donate their time to the Cartoonist Society. Where are we at on the clock there? Before
We're 1 minute left.
1 minute, 1 minute left for me to tell you guys that Bill Sienkiewicz
I was
is
going
going
to
to
say, let's
do
get to those hard names.
a National Cartoonist Society charity sketch for us. Bill Sienkiewicz is going to do this. I know I've missed some names. Howard Bender is going to do some sketches for us.
Jill
well,
Thompson.
Jill, I missed Jill. Jill Thompson's gonna do.
30 seconds.
If you guys like a Sandman, she drew that. Yeah. Rick Hoberg's going to be on. I mean, that's, like I said, these are just the people that got back with us. And then this month, the next one that's going to be on is Emanuela Lepacino. What timeout?
6:25. It's at 6:25 with 10 seconds to go.
Countdown, and Annika, you can do it officially.
10, 9, 8, 7.
It's at 6:30. 630.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right,
Actually,
sorry guys,
six-
nothing came in after Dustin Whitney's 6:30. If somebody was trying to snipe, you should have sniped earlier. Dustin Whitney, you get the Simpsons #1 signed and remarked by Matt Groding and Bill Morrison. And we're going to pick
Probably
the character
signed
for
it
you.
too.
Matt is going to draw. He's going to draw Ken on the cover for you. That's the character.
Bill's gonna draw the doggy.
So congratulations, Dustin. That's awesome. You are helping out a charity so immensely. And guys, we're gonna have more of these. We're gonna do a live claim. I don't know. Matt, have you figured out how we're gonna do this yet?
What's that?
How we're gonna actually do the rest of these comics? Where we're gonna put them up? For-
No. The details will come out soon.
Well, because we don't usually do this format, and it is with the lag, it is a little. We don't want people to feel left out, and we want to make sure it's fair. But we wanted to, for you guys who were nice enough to join us tonight, we definitely wanted to put one of them up. But we're going to have several more of these guys, and like I said, our goal is to get to that $6,000 so we can make a wonderful $25,000 donation for this year to the Cartoonist Society Foundation, the National Cartoonist Society Foundation. So that's the goal. So. But I don't think I left any names off of the list that we have so far, but we'll be adding more names. So once again, Bill Sienkiewicz, Kelly Jones, Matt Wagner, Jill Thompson, Dan Jurgens, Bob McLeod, Mark Wheatley, Pat Broderick, Barry Kitson, Steve Lealoa, Drew Johnson, Ray Alma, Rick Hoberg, and what was that?
What was that?
No
Sounds
idea.
like there's a car backing up somewhere. I don't know. Listen, is that you, Annika? That's not about me. That's like the craziest thing I ever heard. Unless someone's telling me to back up, do I need to read the names again? But if you guys missed it, those are all people who are going to donate their time and be on 4C Comics, National Cartoon Society shows next year. And like I said, we've got more names. I would love it if Jerry Ordway, Jerry Ordway is a friend of Bill's. I think, we could probably figure out something. The only problem with Jerry is like I said, the guy would stop signing his name halfway through if you started talking to him because he can't do both. So we might just have to mute ourselves when he's drawing.
Well,
if he's on.
some of the people I've reached out to.
It understands. It's wonderful. Frankenstein, where is it?
What is that?
What are you doing, Ken? That's 100% you.
That's you. That's all you.
That's
Oh, you know what? That's me. I was watching Frankenstein. And I paused it and it must have like an auto it takes it off the pause after so many minutes. that was Frankenstein.
That is hilarious.
Wow.
Anyway, what I was saying was, certain cartoonists are not comfortable with drawing live, but they still want to help out. So we may have opportunities with some artists who will, like Matt, who will, commit to doing some sketches, doing some signings, but they don't necessarily want to do live sketch commissions.
Right.
So that's also probably in the cards.
Yep. So yes, and if we do that, if we end up getting a few pieces or a substantial amount, then we'll definitely have a show where we are auctioning off those pieces for the charity, and we would love to do that. And these, because listen, these artists are some of the nicest people in the world, and they really are just doing this out of the kindness of their hearts to help out. And their time is really valuable, and it's such a great privilege to have them on. And once again, you guys get to get great art from incredible artists, and you get to do something really, really good by helping out the Cartoonist Society. So yeah,
In the past, we've had a number of auctions before we started working with 4C, where we would, like, every year I would maybe come up with a theme. If somebody was having an anniversary, I would put the word out to everybody in my Rolodex. Does everyone know what a Rolodex is?
Hold on, I'll translate. So before phones, there was this physical thing that had numbers in it. You had to like go through alphabetical order to find. Craziness. By the way, I read off a list of incredible names, and everybody's like, well, how about McFarlane? McFarlane would be great to get on the show.
Oh, you have a real... Oh, man.
I have an actual Rolodex. Let's see who's in here.
He just flipped McFarlane's phone number.
Yeah.
For everyone to see.
Exactly. Let's just call Jim. Let's call Jim. Jim Lee was your
Jack Davis.
There you go. Jim Lee was your boss. Can't we just call him real quick?
Anyway, so in the past we've had these auctions, and we've done them mainly through Heritage. We started out doing them on eBay, then we started doing them through Heritage. And Heritage, nothing against Heritage. I think they're great, but it's like a process. It's like a big, like, I have to receive all the artwork, and then I have to catalog it, and I have to ship it to Heritage, and then it's like a big deal. And I was thinking, like, I might want to try to do one of these auctions like we've done in the past, but do it through 4C, like do it live.
Yeah, we're much more lowbrow.
Listen, and not only that, but then Ken has to do all the packing and the organizing.
Right.
And all that.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Make him get off his ass and do some work for a change.
It's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine, Dustin. It's fine that you won that amazing first dibs piece. I'm gonna be like a little gnat. I'm gonna keep coming back, guys.
Yeah, thinking about it, I would think once word starts to spread, because I am going to send a press release to Bill Cox, so he's going to put it on his CAF Live updates and stuff, that there'll be more than 24 people watching the next time one of those books goes up for sale.
Yeah, sorry, you missed your shot, Annika. That was it. Sorry. But I do, since you brought up Bill Cox, I did want to point out, guys, that we are having, and he was nice enough to advertise on his CAF update this week. 99th show is this Tuesday, and it's going to be a Christmas extravaganza. There's going to be you never know who's going to show up. We have quite a few special guests, and we're going to get all Christmased up for it, and it's going to be a fun time. So please tune in on Tuesday at 7 p.m. for our 99th show Christmas extravaganza.
I think I'm gonna celebrate the ugly sweater show. So we'll see what kind of ugly sweaters people can come up with.
Ugly sweater.
Yeah, yes, ugly sweaters.
I have a it's kind of an ugly sweater, but it's
probably like a very retro, cool, ugly sweater, isn't it?
It's different. It's all black. It's all gray tones. It's all black and white. But
cool.
What I do have that's super ugly is I have like a 1970s disco bowling jacket that's red and green, and I bring it out at Christmas. It's like satin. It's like red and green satin, but it's like totally from the 70s. It's like disco mania.
I want to get Bill a Christmas bowling shirt sweater. So it's made out of sweater material, but it's a bowling shirt. Look at that. Well, I want it to literally be fuzzy like a sweater though, but but you could button it like a bowling shirt.
A bowling shirt. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't think
we're gonna make it a thing.
I don't think anybody's invented that.
For when you're just really cold in the chest region, but you need your lower arms to be free.
Oh,
and that was my trepidation about the ugly sweaters, because I knew Morrison was going to bring the heat with that.
Let's see. But
So
they, yeah,
you're going to what you're saying is you're going to invent the short sleeve sweater,
the short sleeve sweater, exactly. The button up with a
short sleeve
collar,
cardigan.
short sleeve. Yes, that's it. It's already invented, done, patented,
Oh my
right here. Done.
You gotta have a Flanders sweater. I wish I had a Flanders sweater.
But guys, that's it. That was our big, huge, gigantic breaking news announcement. Is that we are going to have several, more than a few signed Matt Groening books, and we
Grading.
Groening. You know, I'm
That's why I
gonna
don't
stop pronouncing words.
Rhymes with complaining.
Then I should really know it. It's like my favorite thing to do.
Rhymes with complaining.
That's
That
what
guy's
Matt,
gonna.
that's,
That
what Matt,
Simpsons.
that's what Matt always says.
Yeah, that Simpsons guy. He's gonna sign some books. He's gonna remark some books. We're gonna make them available to you guys, and it's all going to charity. And we want to thank Matt very much for helping out. We want to thank Bill so much for asking Matt and for helping out and signing these and remarking these himself. We want to thank Ken, who is basically donating the books. Like this is not like these aren't free books. Ken bought these books and he's donating the books himself to do this. So
they're all number ones.
He's been scouring eBay for the last month.
Yeah, if you tried to buy one and you missed out, it's because he outbid you probably. Would there be a chance for remarks not on comics? No, unfortunately not, guys. He's just like what we had to go through to do this, to get Matt to do this. You know, it's unfortunately in no paper. It's just on these comics, which I think is actually cooler because you can get them encapsulated. That we are offering CGC on these guys for it's not going to cost you a fortune. Where they're going to go straight from Ken to Matt back to Ken. So and then they go right to Jason and they're going to get graded and done by CGC and we'll get them back. So it's a really great opportunity to get a really great piece.
Can I show you all my favorite Matt Groening remark on a comic?
Yes.
I demand it, actually.
I would love to see it. I don't demand it, but I
I'd
would
show
love
mine,
to
but it's upstairs.
request
I
it.
can't go upstairs.
You know what? Don't even bring yours out. You know what?
Yeah, Ken, why don't you get up and walk upstairs and go get it, huh?
I think I can get upstairs, but I can't get down. For those of you who don't know, I hurt my knee, so.
Okay. So this is a special comic we did. It was
glowing like the Ark of the Covenant. Look at that.
This was an exclusive at San Diego Comic-Con one year.
It's like the suitcase from.
It's called the Best Radioactive Man Event Ever. Covered by
Ken, put in full screen.
Oh, I know which one. I don't know if I can. I'm on my iPad.
And Matt, when he signed this, decided to draw Popeye.
Oh, that's right.
I remember that one.
Oh, man.
Hilarious.
This is going in the coffin with me.
Right. So if anybody wants a Popeye sketch, just where are you being buried?
If you ask Matt for a Popeye, he would probably do it.
I was gonna say we know he can draw a Popeye now, and that wasn't bad either.
No,
It's pretty good Popeye.
It's like he's done that before. It's like he's
he's no Bobby London, but he could do a Popeye.
So there you go, guys. That is all the news that is fit to print. That is our breaking news for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Bill, for joining us on the show tonight, and Annika for running up the price on the
those were serious.
Kidding. She really does want one. So we'll have to see if she can get one of the other ones.
And Dustin, I will contact you for your character info and all that information.
Absolutely, yep. And then
I don't need your email.
And then listen, and if you want it personalized, let us know. I mean, there's no pressure. You don't have to get it done, but we could probably get that done for you too if you wanted to get it personalized. So that's everything, guys. So please, like I said, we're coming out strong. We're going to be in less than 3 weeks. Everybody here is going to be in New Orleans, eating beignets and drinking Hurricane.
Beignets.
So please, if you're in the area, come and see us in New Orleans. And and have a wonderful night. And thank you for joining us on this special breaking news night.
Can we see the logo again?
I wanted to see it. Do the breaking news.
The breaking news. Hold on, I gotta find it.
I want to see that again.
I want to do like one of these. Thank you for joining us. All right.
Or like
John. The sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
That's Ken telling us to wrap it up. But yeah, guys, this was the announcement. Matt, whose last name I can't pronounce correctly, is going to be signing and remarking some books for charity, and it's gonna be good times, man. It's wonderful. All the people that Bill was nice enough to get us for the National Cartoonist Society, like I said, I all the names are big, but if you're looking for big names, Kelly Jones, Matt Wagner, Bill Sienkiewicz, Dan Jurgens. That's all. I'm just going to stop there because they're all big names, but those guys, I mean, these are the legends in the business, and they're going to come on and do some drawing for charity. It's going to be really great. So please join us next year and the rest of this year and every year after that for some fun and great art. So unless you guys got anything else, Bill, you can lay this out tonight. I'll leave it to you, sir.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Have a very, very happy holiday season and a wonderful new year full of amazing artwork that you bought online through 4C.
Wow. What's that going to cost me?
Oh, that's going to cost you big, buddy. I hope you're recording that.
Oh, wow. Run it back on a loop. Yes, absolutely. But thank you guys very much. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you on Tuesday.